Leviticus chapter 23. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feasts of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even those are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest, and holy convocation. You shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto Yahweh. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. But you shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh 7 days. And the seventh day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. And Yahweh spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring in sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before Yahweh, to be accepted for you on the morrow. After the Sabbath the priest shall wave it. Ye shall offer that day, when ye wave the sheep, and he lamb without blemish of the first year, for a burnt offering unto Yahweh. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deal of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto Yahweh for a sweet savour. And the drink offering therein shall be of wine, the 4th part of an hin. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, in all your dwellings. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the seventh Sabbath shall ye number 50 days. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto Yahweh. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour, they shall be baking with leaven. They are the first fruits unto Yahweh. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams, that they may be for the burnt offering unto Yahweh, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savour unto Yahweh. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of a goat for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before Yahweh. With the 2 lambs they shall be holy to Yahweh for the priest. And you shall proclaim on the same day, that it may be an holy convocation unto you. You shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field. When thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am Yahweh, your God. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of this month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. And you shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before Yahweh your God. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. You shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. From even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles, for 7 days unto Yahweh. On the 1st day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days shall ye offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and a drink offering, everything upon his day. Beside the Sabbaths of Yahweh, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offerings, which ye give unto Yahweh. Also on the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, shall ye keep a feast unto Yahweh 7 days. On the 1st day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. And ye shall take you on the 1st day of the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before Yahweh your God 7 days. And shall keep it a feast unto Yahweh 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. After that all Israelites born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths, when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh your God. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feasts of Yahweh. Leviticus chapter 23 concluded. Now I want you to know these are some of the statutes God talks about about keeping his statutes. The 7 feasts of Israel are very, very important statutes that you should keep a list of. Since we have no place to do the sacrifices or the offerings, I'm not exactly sure how we would do that other than to honor them, symbolically perhaps, or let your wisdom decide how you should honor the feasts. There are probably a thousand teachings on it out there on the internet. What I know is I just read what it says here and do what I can to, well, keep the Sabbath, do no servile work. And then there's other places where he describes what that should be. We'll just take that as a given for right now, that if you honor a Sabbath, you don't do any work on that day. It's a day of rest. And there'll be many that say, no, that's Sunday and this and that and all that. Well, you really need to get you a Jewish calendar for the first, to know when these days are and what these days are, whether they're Saturday or a Wednesday or what. The first day of the month may not always be a Saturday. So, given that and understanding that those things are the statutes, which are to God are very important, and he said they'll be perpetual forever in all your dwellings. So, thank you for stopping by to hear me ramble on about this stuff. I hope that some of you are actually able to input it into your life in a way that's meaningful and that blesses you. So if you liked it, share it. And if you shared it, you certainly should subscribe. And if you didn't like it, you certainly should make a comment. Or tuck a prayer request in the comments. That's good too. We'll pray for you. I do check the comments. I haven't had a comment in 3 months. What's up with you? Well, I understand. You're busy people. Bless you. Keep your life as a light before others, if that's something that you can do. Be good one to another. And may God go with you, and may you go with God. Ciao.